This morning, cooler conditions have helped fire crews make some progress in fighting wildfires in BC, but more than 30,000 people are still out of their homes, and we now have a sense of what's been lost, with officials saying at least 50 homes and buildings in Kelowna have been burned. And now the community is continuing to come together to support those in need. Rabbi Shmuley Hecht is the co-director of the Okanagan Hubbard House in downtown Kelowna. Okanagan Hubbard has been donating fresh bread and toiletries to evacuees and hosting people in their members' homes. It's great to meet you. Good morning, Rabbi.
Good morning. Great to be here with you.
Tell us, what has it been like living in Kelowna during this crisis?
Well, let's get straight to it, straight to loving people and helping them. It's terrible what's going on, and of course, anyone who's in a position to help feels honored and privileged to be able to do so. In our community, in the Chabad house, my wife and I, and all of our children, thank God, immediately when it started, we started kind of like a three-step plan. The first thing was reach out to everybody, especially those who are in the areas where we heard the news of the fires beginning, to reach out and make sure that they're safe and that they're able to evacuate. They're aware of what's going on. Just to start with doing a mitzvah, a good deed. Here on the show, I want to start with giving some charity. Everybody in your homes, you should have a charity box and put some charity in to help people. The energy spreads around the world. That was the first step, to reach out. Our children reached out. They sent dozens of messages. We were calling people in the middle of the night, reaching out to make sure they're coming out. The second step was to make sure there were places for evacuees to come to. People in the community started to offer their homes. My office currently is a bedroom for an elderly couple, 85 years old and 91 years old. We are providing them services, food all day since Friday till today. They're still there. And the third step was, once people had places to go, to start offering these toiletries, free loaves of bread, also to make sure to do it in a more of a dignified way, where people can offer, I think we're the only ones doing it, deliveries to homes of hosts of the evacuees, to be able to have everything they need, from pillows, blankets, shampoo, soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste, dog food, cat food, children's toys, and so on and so forth. And a lot more. And my wife has been baking fresh bread, started with hundreds of loaves, and now it's growing.
Amazing.
Where the hosts and the evacuees can have what to eat and have what they need.
You're supplying so much to them, not only just, joy and energy and support, but you're hearing from survivors. You mentioned you have somebody in your office. So what are you hearing in terms of what they need the most right now?
There's a lot of pain and a lot of shock. And in my experience, I've found that besides for needing a home and a place to feel secure, there's also an element of comfort and solace and a shoulder to lean on, somebody to talk to, even not to get answers, but to be heard and to be able to cry. And we're blessed to be able to do that. We have over a dozen volunteers who are delivering, and it's not just a delivery, it's spending time and talking and giving a hug. And some people in our community lost their places, and it's terrible. What we're able to do right now is that the next step will be raising funds, being able to help them with the new homes, ensuring that insurance is able to cover, and helping the growth and healing process begin and continue smoothly.
Rabbi, thank you for sharing with us this morning what you and your community are doing to help the greater Kelowna area. I will give the last word to you. If you could send a message this morning to people who are watching that may be struggling or waiting to get back home, what would you have to say?
Well, in whatever situation you may be, my parents always taught us, it can be the most difficult situation. And oftentimes, a process of healing begins when we think about someone else who has even less than us. And I know in our children, it's such a joy and a it's an honor for them to know that their home is an SOS central for helping people. The Rebbe, the Chabad Rebbe, Lubavitcher Rebbe, when he was a child, his home was a place in Russia helping the refugees, and he would talk about it growing up. Your children can talk about how even when you're running away from your fire, you were thinking about somebody else. We have in our community a man who lost everything. He's staying now with his son, his house burned down, and he was in the Tim Hortons on Sunday morning, I think it was. He came into the synagogue later and he told us all the story. It was incredible. He said, I met some firefighters in Traders Cove who lost their homes. And we sat and we spoke, and I told them about my situation, what we lost, until some laughter broke out. And I shared with them that I am an architect and we're going to create homes that can sustain any type of weather problems. And a healing process grew for himself by being able to help others who also lost their homes. And that's something that's so important in life. My parents always taught us, as far down and out as we are, have a charity can in your home where every day you put in a coin that reminds you someone has less than me and I can help them. And that'll heal ourselves and our children, at least in the beginning process.
Rabbi, good to speak with you this morning. Great encouraging message to always continue to find hope. Thank you so much for being on Your Morning. All the best to you and the members of
Thanks for having us. God bless you all.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.